I might mention to you that Garcia's mother came down to claim the body and pick up any personal effects. Apparently no one had mentioned that her son was found naked.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ollamh here, and welcome back to round 2 of Sierra Saturday and Police Quest 4 Open Season.
It's your very own day.
Yep, let's see here. Is there anything?
Your report can fit on the form you already have.
Okay, fine. Well, let's fill this out then.
You complete a 3.14 documenting the gunfight and the players involved in the ambush.
Okay. So we take this, we hand it off to...
Hal's busy on the telephone.
Fine, we'll give it to him later, whatever. So we need to go down to SID, get our equipment, get our gear back. Basically saying, okay, they've run all the ballistics and stuff on our weapons, so that they know exactly where our bullets went and who they went into. And that also explains why the cafe that was next to on that street, that cafe was kind of like, no, you get out of here, go, go, bye. See ya, I don't want you near us. Basically, the problem is they didn't want a police officer there.
Hello, Detective. Here to pick up your firearms? They're all ready.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chester. I appreciate it.
You know, Detective, Nobles and I are heading over to the shortstop tonight for a beer. Would you care to join us?
Are you asking me out on a date, Chester?
No.
Not in your wildest dreams, Detective.
What did you discover about the spent ammo I turned into property yesterday, Chester?
They match the slugs taken out of the Washington youth. They don't match with Hickman's ballistics test on file.
All right, so it was Spiff's weapon.
Chester, are you running ballistics on Spiff's gun?
Yes, I am. It looks promising, as it's a 9mm and it has a high-capacity magazine.
Were you able to find anything out about the glue you sampled?
Yes, Detective. It is an industrial-strength glue which shares properties with the glue found on Hickman's eyes. The problem with tracing the glue is that it's sold all over the city, not just where you found it. We use the same brand here at Parker Center.
Yeah, but it's also sold in that neighborhood, so there's a possibility that it's all locally contained.
Chester, have you processed Garcia's body fluids?
They're in the process, Detective. We don't have any results back yet.
Okay, I think
Don't
that's
forget the shortstop tonight, Detective.
Right.
Pressing the button, you called.
Yeah. Okay, so the Ragtop Spliff's gun is a match for Bobby Washington's the bullets in Bobby Washington, and the bullets we pulled from the wall in that alleyway also match the bullets from Bobby Washington. So there's a very good likelihood that we can tie him to three different crimes. One, trying to kill Emo and us. 2, killing Bobby Washington. And 3, the use of firearms in an unsafe manner in the hallway. Good, no reporters today. Okay, so Yo Money's estate.
The body outline of Officer Rene Garcia.
Well, let's knock on the door and see what we can find out, shall we?
Yeah? What do you want?
Well, let's show him our badge.
Hello, I'm Detective Carey, Homicide LAPD. I'm here to speak with Yo Money. Is he available? Is Yo Money available? I need to speak with him.
Come on in. Yo Money's been wanting to talk to you, cops.
Great!
Well, look who's here, our representative from the police department. It's about time you got here. Have you seen the mess out in our lawn? Do you have any idea what kind of field day the press is having with this?
I can
Do
imagine.
you have any idea what this is doing to record sales? A dead cop on our lawn. What the hell are you doing about it? I think you people planted that dead cop on our lawn. Probably knew something he shouldn't. And what better way to diffuse attention than to dump him on the lawn of a controversial rapper? This is such bullshit. I want that yellow tape off our lawn immediately. I want the persons responsible to own up. If this screw sales on Money's record, I swear I'll make sure some butt is kicked.
Please calm down, miss. I'm here to discuss the situation.
Oh yeah? Well then, let's hear it.
I'm Detective John Carey, LAPD Homicide.
Yo, sup?
Yeah.
Money, who discovered Officer Garcia?
Yo, my man, he was just there. Who knows? We all found him. Danny D saw him. I saw him. He was just there, man.
Okay.
Hello? What do you want?
So now everybody's
Knock this
attention
crap
is
off.
turned. I'm gonna.
People are watching.
Money, that phone call.
It's under control. Just some unfinished business, that's all, man.
All right, cool. No biggie.
Money, the body was found around 4 or 5 a.m. Had you been out the evening before, or were you home?
Had a house party. Some girls in, you know, a little party.
Were you familiar with all the guests, or were there people here you didn't know?
Yo, I don't take the strangers, man. We had some girls in, for my bros. A little entertainment. Me and Nicolette, we was mostly upstairs. The party, one of those perks of working for me.
So it's entirely possible there was somebody there that you didn't know.
Money, your music is controversial. Do you know of anyone who would want to harm your reputation?
Shit, man. Everybody's got enemies. Ain't no different with me.
Well, have you recently experienced any problems through the mail, telephone calls?
There's this Nazi dude. Doesn't like to see a brother doing well.
Uh-huh.
Sends me shit in the mail, a real asshole. His name is Walker. Dennis Walker.
Yeah? I told you to quit calling us. Listen to me. You quit calling here. Do you understand? Do you understand harassment, arrest, jail? You quit calling us, you foul-mouthed piece of crap. Oh yeah? Go
Wow.
to hell. Go to hell.
Money, that phone call.
It's under control.
So
What can
Dennis
you tell me
Walker.
about this Dennis Walker?
He's a racist asshole. For a while, he was driving by, hollering shit at my house. I got a restraining order. I
Good.
still get shit in the mail. Ends up in the trash. Yo, man, he was arrested for trespassing on my property a while ago. Shit, he's a boil on a pig's butt. Oh, sorry, man, no insult intended.
None taken.
Do you
If you
have?
remember anything out of the ordinary that happened the night the body was found, please call me at Parker Center. Just ask for robbery homicide.
10450.
So I get the feeling that that we should be picking up at some point that cigarette butt to see if it matches with the one found in the alleyway with Hickman. So all right, let's go back here. So yeah, the Rainbow Cafe was a front. Let's flash our badge.
You a cop.
Hello, how are you today?
Business not good. Slow. Customers afraid to come out of houses. Not good.
Not surprising.
I'd like to ask you...
No more talk. This is business. Buy or go.
Carrie, you have...
All right, fine. I guess I'll go. I'm going to go and see Mrs. Washington and see if she has any more information.
Hello, Mrs. Washington.
Detective Carey, hello.
How are you today, Mrs. Washington?
A little down, Detective.
Not surprising. Your kid was just murdered a couple nights ago, so...
How are you today, Miss...
A little...
Hello, Lysandra.
Do you want to know a secret? I see a real pretty lady in the alley. I seen her when my brother was dead.
Really?
Lysandra, what did this lady look like?
She was pretty, and she had pretty clothes.
Uh-huh.
What was she wearing, Lysandra?
A pretty red dress.
Bingo. Red dress. Suspicious.
What was this lady doing, Lysandra?
She was smoking.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay. Interesting. So, a lady in a red dress, really pretty lady in a red dress, smoking. We've seen somebody like that today. Maybe if we go to the morgue.
Entering the morgue.
Yeah.
Hi, Detective Carey.
There's my
No
badge.
time to say hello, Detective Carey? Wow, you must be real busy.
Yep,
You can...
I totally am.
Hello, Detective Carey. You like my jokes?
No.
Some people have no sense of humor. Gee.
Hi.
Hello, John.
Hi.
Why don't you join Chester and me at the shortstop tonight? I'll buy you a cold one. You look like you could use it.
Probably could.
Thanks, Sam. It sounds good. I'll try and make it. Sam, what can you tell me about Garcia?
Just about anything you want to know pertaining to how he was killed. The who and the why are up to you.
Right.
Has the autopsy been performed?
Yes, it has, John. Garcia was tortured the same as Hickman. Injection marks in the upper left arm, irregular cigarette burns to the face and upper torso, missing extremities, this time toes, glued orifice, this time the mouth, and a ruptured gastrointestinal lining.
Sounds pretty nasty.
In your opinion, Sam, what's the cause of death?
I have to believe it's poison, although there are none of the telltale signs one expects to find, such as colored sputum, vomit, or odor. We might be dealing with something we do not yet have a test for.
Was there lividity on Garcia?
Yes, once again, there was primary and secondary lividity. Primary was located on the buttocks, secondary on the upper back and shoulders. I would venture to say that Garcia was tortured and killed while sitting up, left for a while, and then moved.
Right.
Your
Sam, what are the distinguishing physical marks?
The body had restraint marks on the wrists and ankles. I was able to lift fibers from these areas. I sent them over to SID for analysis. There were bruises behind the shoulder blades that lead me to believe Garcia's arms were tied over his head.
Interesting. That was a little bit different.
How about a toxicology report, Sam?
Body fluids were taken and sent to SID. They're running every poison test known to the scientific community.
All right, cool. Burn
The
marks?
They're consistent with a cigarette burn?
Yes, I was able to lift ash samples out of the burned skin. I sent them to SID for analysis.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam?
As with Hickman, there were fibers at restraint points.
Right.
However, I found additional fibers and ash in the hair.
Oh-ho.
The fibers were red, and I would venture to say the ash came from cigarettes. Both samples have been sent to SID for analysis.
All right. Anything else?
Is there anything else, Sam?
Well, yes. Neither Hickman nor Garcia had food residue left in what once was their stomachs. That's rare. There's almost always residue. I might mention to you that Garcia's mother came down to claim the body and pick up any personal effects. Apparently no one had mentioned that her son was found naked. When I told her, and that consequently there were no personal effects to speak of, she went ballistic. A word of warning, John, I think she's gunning for you next.
Well, that's just great. But, unfortunately, that is also all the time we have for today. So, we've got a second killing. Obviously, this is indicating very much a serial killer that is gunning for police officers in particular. Yeah, and the chief isn't exactly happy. Not to mention that the next day, everybody's wanting us to go out drinking, but the next day we also have to qualify for our marksmanship, or we're going to get to boot. Yay. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to press the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy
Cheerio!
and some lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though we got no money,
Charge
show us
that,
somebody
fires up
who's
that,
better with them,
pumps
we're
that up, and boom goes the dynamite.
I wanted to know if you have any salt. There's a stampede of snails a-coming, and I mean to stop them.
sundown, the world's so
I don't know anything about no stampede.